Hi everyone, welcome to GameCalc. Today we are doing a look at enemies in Loot Rascals. So this is my first attempt at a more edited video where I've done a segment on different enemies, giving a little guide to how they work, and I've done a lot of shooting to get the right footage and the right situations to show you guys. And ended up being a lot of editing and stuff too, which I don't normally do. Normally I do almost like live streams basically that I then just put on YouTube with as little editing as humanly possible, but I wanted to try something different. Was inspired to try something with Loot Rascals. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get into it. Okay, here we see two enemies, Cookie and Biscuit, that are only in the tutorial. They're totally normal enemies. Actually, they don't even come after you. They just hold still and wait for you to attack them. Which one's which? Okay, that's Biscuit. And that's Cookie. Just tutorial enemies that just wait for you to get them. Here is the Wook. This is the most basic vanilla enemy there is. Low HP, moves every time you move or take an action. Totally vanilla enemy. So every time I move, he moves, trying to chase me down. This is the very basic enemy behavior. This is sort of like the base enemy that all other enemies are built on, and most behave this way. They just chase you down. They're always after you. That's it. No gimmicks. Okay, here is Ogron. He is an enemy that usually has slightly higher HP here in the first level or early levels, and he moves once every other turn. So I move down, he doesn't move, I move again, he moves. I can safely move next to him right now because he's not going to attack me because he moves every other turn. So I move here, he doesn't move, I move here, he does move. So that's his thing. Slightly higher HP, and he moves every other turn. So you'll see that as a theme with several enemies in this game. They move every other turn and have higher HP. Oh. There we go. Okay, here is a Wom, which as you can see is just the same. It's a pal swap of a Wook, which we have right here. And it's bigger and has more attack power. That's it. That's Wom. It's an enemy that acts normally. Basic enemy. Okay, let's talk about Whiskers. It's Whiskas, but I just can't say that. I'm going to say Whiskers, I guess. So it's a little rat guy. He has low HP, and he runs from you. So if you're trying to chase him down, he'll just keep running away from you. And the problem with him is, you saw he was standing on that little pad right there. You see how on this little, the pad is connected to, the foot pad is connected to this construction teleporter pad, whatever it is. And these are right next to each other in this case. They don't have to be right next to each other. This could actually be a couple spaces away, the little teleporter pad. And on it you can see there's currently like 2 legs on the screen. There's 4 parts to a robot called Clunker. And every turn that anyone is standing on this, it starts building a Clunker, building his 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whether if I step on it, see it build his 4th part. And Whiskers, they run to these pads and stand on them and build Clunkers. So that's the problem with them. And it can cause a big problem. So when you see a Whiskers, it's a really good idea to chase them down and kill them, actually, just because they're going to cause you a lot of problems. Now, Whiskers almost always run away. There's some scenarios where they will become aggressive and come after you and attack you like a normal enemy. I've read a guide that said it's when they're next to an enemy, but I don't think that's true. Like right now, I'm going to move to this hex, and I don't think the Whiskers is going to come after me. See? He ran away, even though he was next to an enemy. But I have seen it happen, so maybe it's next to a certain enemy. I'm wondering if it's when he's next to another Whiskers, so maybe I can chase them together here. I don't know. Now see, let's see. Yeah. Or maybe it's when they're next to a Ratstack, which is another enemy we'll get to at some point. Yeah, I don't think we have yet. Okay, so as you can see, the Whiskers built a Clunker, and he's currently building another one. See, he's built part 1, the legs. And here's the Clunker, which is just a regular enemy, vanilla enemy that chases after you normally. Comes after you one step every turn. So you gotta chase these Whiskers down. Let's kill the Clunker. Bolas Gal's in the way. We haven't talked about her yet, really. See, I just built part of a Clunker there. Yeah, I'm trying to see what makes... Let me see if I can get the Whiskers to go back. Oh, I killed him. See, I'm trying to see what makes them aggressive. Okay, one other weird thing to note. See how part of it is blue right now? Orange means an enemy built it. Blue meant I built it. There is a secret to that. That's part of getting the secret ending. There's a way to summon a secret boss that way. I won't get into it right now. Basically, you can find a broken... I will get into it. You can find a broken pad somewhere in level 1 that shows you a pattern of like orange, blue, whatever it may be, and you have to make that pattern happen on a functioning pad. You'll summon a Clunker boss. If you kill that, you get the first artifact card that you need for the secret ending. That's why there's a difference between the colors a bit depending on who makes it, an enemy or you. Yeah, so it kind of remains a mystery what makes the Whiskers aggressive. Let's see. See, right now he's next to an enemy. So the guide I read said that should make him aggressive, but he's not being aggressive. Still running away. Yep. So maybe it's when they're next to a Ratstack, which is 2 Whiskers on top of each other that act like a normal enemy. I don't know if we're going to run into a scenario in these videos where I have a Whiskers next to a Ratstack. That's kind of a rare-ish scenario. So, anyway, that is Whiskers and Clunker, which are 2 related enemies covered. So, let's see. Alright, here's a Ratstack, which is just a normal enemy, and as you can see, it's 2 Whiskers stacked on top of each other, and it just acts like a normal enemy. I'm going to try to test the theory that it makes Whiskers aggressive. Here's a boss Whiskers, Norman of Ofen. Let's see if the Whiskers is next to the Ratstack. Does it become aggressive? Yeah, see, it is coming after me. Interesting. So maybe being not even next to it, but just in the presence of a Ratstack makes the Whiskers aggressive? Is that correct? Alright, now I'm going to kill the Ratstack and see if the Whiskers stays aggressive. Okay, yeah, that is it. Now the Whiskers is running away. But when it's in the presence of a Ratstack, it becomes aggressive and acts like a normal enemy. So there's that mystery solved. Very interesting. Okay, I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. Okay, we're talking now about Bolas Gal, which is this gal right here with these pom-poms attached to her sweater, whatever she's got going on. Another interesting enemy to talk about. Bolas Gal moves randomly. So she literally just moves randomly. She doesn't specifically come after you to attack you, but if she happens to move into the spot you're moving into, she will attack you. So see, I'm moving. She's not coming after me. Sometimes she's moving towards me. Sometimes she's moving away from me. Like that time she moved away from me. That time she moved away from me. Away. Away. Kind of away. Then she moved back towards me, right next to me. So yeah, the way you fight her, you just have to keep moving toward her until you get next to her and then move into her spot. Like right now I can move into her spot and fight her. She tends to have a medium to high amount of HP too. And if there's other enemies around, she's just super dangerous because she's moving randomly around. She's sometimes blocking the exit, forcing you closer to other enemies you may have to fight. So she's another one, when you see her, you want to track her down and kill her before you end up trapped in some scenario where she's cornering you against some other enemies or something like that. So it can be hard, kind of like the Whiskas. It can be hard to track her down because she'll just keep running from you sometimes, but other times she'll be right on you, attacking you. So can be a hard enemy to fight sometimes, but track her down, get rid of her. I'm going to fight her right now, which might cause me to die if I can catch her. But yeah, that's Bolas Gal. Let's see what happens in this little fight. Ooh, got her. Okay. That's Bolas Gal. Okay, talking about Briggund here. Briggund is this enemy with the guns up at the top. And you can see it's showing us that he is targeting this space. So if I walk into this space, I'm going to take the normal amount of damage I would for fighting him. Let's get closer to him so I can actually read. So he has 5 attack. I'll just show you because he shouldn't kill me if I do this. If I walk into this, he's going to do the damage he would do to me having 7 defense. I blocked it because I have 7 defense. Okay. Every couple steps he moves his target and then he moves at a certain point too. I think there's a pattern to it. Let's see if we can see it. 1. Okay, he moved. Let's kill this horse bros. Let's kill some of these people so we can actually see what we're talking about here. Let's kill this Bolas Gal so she doesn't get in the way. See, this is a great example of a tricky situation. Trying to kill the Bolas Gal and not run into the Briggund's gunfire. And now she's running. There we go. And you can see, you probably may have noticed I did a bad move there where I moved toward the Bolas Gal while she was in aggressive mode. She could have attacked me. She didn't though. Okay, so, alright, let's see what happens here. He moves. Every time I move, he moves his target. And every 2 moves, he moves himself. Is that correct? 1, 2. 1, 2. Yep. 1, 2. So every 2 moves, he moves. And every move, he moves his target. I think it's to a space adjacent to you. Does that seem right? Unless you're out of his range, which must be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because when I move within 3, there it is. I think it's always adjacent to you. I think I read that somewhere in someone else's guide or something. I don't think I ever noticed that until I read that, but yeah, it looks like it's always toward you. Okay. Yeah, so say I'm standing here and I want to fight him. I gotta chase him down and not run into his gunfire. So it's very interesting sometimes, especially if you're in a choke point or small area. See, now I move 1 step closer to him. He had to move closer to me. The Bolas Gal forced him, so kind of bad example there, but yeah, it's really interesting because you'll be like, I'm just going to fight this Bolas Gal to get her out of the way. You'll be like trying to get closer to him. He's running. Then he blocks you sometimes like that. And then by the time you get to him, he's like changed to aggressive mode. So if you fight him, he's going to attack first. It's very interesting. See, like right now, I'm trying to get to him. Say if I started in this position, I want to advance so I get to him before it turns to daytime and he turns aggressive, but instead I got to go backward so I don't run into his gunfire. Then I got to do it again. Then I got to do it again. Then finally he lets me through, but he's already turned to aggressive mode. So I got to catch up to him right when he's... I can get close enough he's not running. I didn't have to dodge his gunfire. Then I can get him. Pretty cool. Cool enemy. That's Briggund. Okay, here we are in a scenario with a bunch of enemies, but the one we're going to talk about right now is Horse Bros. See this horse guy right here with it's a horse and a seahorse wrapped up together. Horse Bros, get it? Great enemy to talk about because they have a great behavior, and mastering their behavior is key to surviving in Loot Rascals because you'll fight them a lot, and there's a elite version of it later in the game too, and understanding how it works is really, really important because it'll just instantly murder you if you don't understand it. So, see how his attack is 5. Every time he moves into a new space, so that's really important, every time he moves into a new space, he switches between his seahorse form and his regular horse form, which is his weak form and his strong form. So I'm going to move down and see how the horse is now more prominent in his artwork, and his power is now 15. If we move again, he chases me. Now the seahorse is more prominent in the artwork, and he's at 5. So, really important to understand how he works. Otherwise, you'll try to fight him, and he will kill you with his big attack. If you move into his space, remember the rule we said, when he moves into a new space, he switches. If you move into his space, he doesn't switch. So that's how you kill him. Well, there's 2 ways to kill him. The first is, like where I am right now, I'll walk into his space because he's on his weak form, and I'll fight him in his weak form. He won't switch forms. The other is, let me see if I can jerry-rig this scenario. I don't know if I can. Okay. Let's see here. Alright, he's running away. Let's see if we can get this correct so we can see it. Alright, the other way is... well, this isn't going to work because I'm going to fight the Whiskers. Okay. Alright, this will work, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Say I'm in this scenario. I'm next to him. He's in his strong horse form. I want to fight him in his weak form. So instead of going into his hex, where he will not change forms because he's not moving to a new space, I will move to a new space. So I'm going to move to this spot right here. He will move into that spot too, and because he moved into a new space, he will switch to his weak form. I'll fight him in his weak form. So here we go. Bam. So you either move into his space while he's weak, or you move into a space that he will move into when he's in his strong form, because then he will switch to his weak form in this new space you both go into. So that's how you fight Horse Bros. Remember that, really important. If you see one, you need to, typically as soon as you see one on your screen, you need to stop moving, think about what you're doing so you don't end up hitting that strong form and getting killed instantly. So that's Horse Bros. Okay, here we have a Grabbler. The Grabbler chases you, and wow, this is a high attack Grabbler. So let me maximize my defense real quick. so it doesn't just kill me. There we go. Now I have 10 defense. Hopefully I can survive with that for this example. We shall see. I should go to my calculator that I did in my other Loot Rascals video, but I'm not going to. So the Grabbler chases you. Well, let me see if she actually, he or she, yeah, she does actually chase you. She also teleports like the Scuzzy Port Witch. I think. Now, maybe she doesn't teleport when she's chasing you, but she teleports in suddenly. Did we show that? Yeah, I have that recorded. Yes. She'll suddenly just, she won't be on the screen like you discover her as you walk. You'll be walking around a screen like this and she'll suddenly just teleport right into that screen. And she acts like a normal enemy. Once she's there, she suddenly jumps in and surprises you at the worst moments a lot of the time. The thing is, when she attacks you, she will steal one of your cards. Unless you have the utility card, which is called something lore, Grabbler lore, or some kind of lore. She will always steal that, which is a useless card that all it does is the Grabbler will always take that. So it's bait to save your other cards. But here, I'll show you. I'm going to let her attack me. She'll steal one of my cards. And look, she stole like my best card. Horrible. And then she teleports. See, and now she's glowing pink to show you that she has one of your cards. And she teleported a space away, so I can't just go kill her right away. Now I'm going to chase her down. Now she runs from you. She has your card. She runs from you. And this is a good example of what happens. See, if I fight this Wook right now, there's a chance he could kill me, but I have to chase down the Grabbler because the Grabbler is going to teleport soon and the card is just going to be gone. So I'm kind of like, oh man, okay, I'm going to fight the Wook, but I need him to change. In this case, the Grabbler was in a corner and had no choice but to move out of the corner and move towards me. But in general, it's going to be running away from me. Trying to get away with the card. Meanwhile, I'm trying to wait till this Wook changes to defense mode. Wasting time with the Grabbler. Then suddenly, boom, the Grabbler's gone. My card is gone forever. If I had killed the Grabbler, she would drop my card as loot. So, that's the Grabbler. Makes things tough. Suddenly showing up, complicating your combat situation, and then also ends up stealing your card. Okay, next up we have a golden Pinchlet. As you can see, I'm being chased by a bunch of other enemies. Ignore them for the moment. We're going to focus on the Pinchlet down at the bottom of the screen here. Looks like a little crab guy. Very hard to describe what he looks like, actually. He's got a crab claw. His body is like see-through. Oh, I just noticed this. He has a picture of a card on him. And the reason for that is if you kill him, you're going to get a utility card, like not a normal attack or defense card, one of the other cards that gives you, like, not one of the ability frame cards. What's an example? Like the Chrono Flange or the Paul's Poncho. The ones that do something. You're going to get one of those cards. Very powerful cards if you get the right ones. He runs from you. All he does is run from you and try to get away from you, and after a couple turns he will disappear. So the thing with him is you see him, you need to chase him down, kill him immediately so you can get that good card from him, otherwise he'll be gone. So let's see what happens if I try to chase him down here. Alright, there. He's trying to run away from me. He ended up running up instead of further away. So I can now take him out. And there you see I got, I forget what this card is called, but it's the one that the Grabbler will always steal it first rather than stealing your other stuff. So it's called the Grabbler lore, something lore. So you always get a card like that from him. So if you see him, chase him down, kill him immediately, see what you can get from him. It's always worth doing if you can do it without taking damage, or get some really good cards that way. Okay, here's Ogrox. He is just a better version of an Ogron. He's a different color. And I'm here in level 2, getting into some level 2 enemies. I don't know how far I'm going to go in this video. I'll probably cut off soon. Maybe we'll get into a couple level 2 enemies, maybe not, depending on how far I can get. Tough game to shoot a video like this in a way. Because it's a difficult game, you can't save, so I'd have to get to level 2 every time I try to shoot a video, which can be tough on its own. But anyway, here's one, Ogrox. Just like an Ogron, it moves every other turn. So see, he didn't move that turn, he does move that turn. Which means he won't move this turn, so I can actually get past him. Then he will move. And he has pretty high power. So I am going to fight him. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and talk about these other enemies, if I can, before I die here. Shnark Pants, same thing. It's a strong enemy, but moves every other turn. So, doesn't move that turn, does move that turn, fight the Ogrox, killed me. So that's Ogrox and Shnark Pants, 2 level 2 enemies. Got them in there before dying. Or, sorry, Ogrox and Shnark Pants. Okay, here we have a Lunk. Lunk, as you can see, is usually very high powered, and he's also asleep, so you can walk around him. If you stay far enough away, he won't wake up. See, if you do go over next to him, or maybe if you fight someone near him also, or even if you make a sound. See, I wonder if I blow up this bomb if he will wake up. Let's test that. Definitely if I step next to him, he'll wake up and start chasing me like a normal enemy. Let's see if this works. Yeah, he heard that. And does he move every turn? He does. I think so. Maybe it's every other? No, it's every turn. So once he's awake, he moves every turn. Does he go back to sleep? Yeah, I guess he does. And then, yeah, the other way to wake him up is if you step right next to him. Oh no, he stays asleep even with me right next to him. I think I have to fight someone near him, or like I blew up that bomb kind of near him. Alright, check this out. I'm going to try to teleport into this. Oh boy. This is going to wake up the 56 Lunk. See how high powered that one is. Killed that one. See how it woke up that one? And that was a good example because he immediately woke up and he moved that same turn. So that's good to know. When the bomb went off. So that's Lunk. Okay, here we see Jock, which is this guy right here. He is a stationary enemy. He does not move. He appears starting in level 2. See how there are these webs around him in every other space. Every time you move, this is a complicated situation, obviously. Every time you move, those webs move. And they go to every other space around him, as you can see. If you walk onto those spaces, you will take damage. So I only have 2 hit points left. He's going to kill me if I walk onto this space as an example, which I'm about to do. So we'll talk before we do that. So if I want to get close to him without getting attacked, so that I'm next to him so that I can attack him, I need to time it so that I am next to a spot that's next to him that doesn't have a web on it. So in other words, if I want to get to him, like say there was no one else here, I would walk down to this space, then the web would move, then I'd be able to walk onto this space, which would be blank, and attack him. I can show that without getting killed, I think. Let's see. See, I walk down, now I can walk into this space and fight him. The web is on me, but I didn't walk into it. So basically the web is showing that next turn this is a spot that's going to take damage. And I do want to demonstrate that before we go, just to make sure I'm right on that. So I'll do that. But see, I didn't take damage when the web came onto me. It's showing next turn where the damage is going to be. So if you walk onto the web, you get damage. So you have to time it so that you walk onto a blank space that's next to him, and then you can walk into him and attack him like I just did. Now let's just show you an example of getting hit by the web. I'm going to teleport here. See there, you can barely see it, but there's a web there now. If I walk onto that web, he's going to attack me and kill me in this case. Boom. So I don't know if you could tell from the animation. Well, you can tell right there from the stealing screen. It wasn't the Lunk that killed me. It was the web Jock that killed me. So that's web Jock. He's stationary, but tricky to get close to, especially in a complicated situation like I was just in. Okay, here we have a Night Wurzard, which is like wizard. This is an enemy that makes it night. As you can see, there's a lock on the turn meter here, and it is just permanently night as long as we are around this guy. That can be very bad if you're facing enemies that attack first at night, like the Night Wurzard himself does. You can see here this guy. He is on the defense at night, so it's actually better to fight him near a Night Wurzard because it'll always be night. You can always fight and kill him. But imagine it's the other way around and you're stuck. Very tough. If you get a couple spaces away from him, he stops doing his thing, and the turn timer is now going as normal, and he moves around a little bit. But as soon as you get... Okay, he moved close to me, and he didn't trigger. I think it's when you move within 2 spaces of him, let's say. Yeah. Now I'm 3 away, he stops. 2 away, he starts. And you pretty much have to fight him with him attacking first. Because he makes it night, he attacks first at night, so... And you want to kill him because he's making other people very hard to deal with if they attack first at night. So sometimes you have to just bite the bullet and fight him, or use one of your skill attacks like fire or electricity to weaken or kill him. When I first played this game years ago, I would always make it a priority to kill him because he just complicated things so much. I think I used to do that. These last playthroughs I've been doing, I just go around him most of the time, just ignore him. But, yeah. He makes things complicated with other enemies especially. So that's Night Wurzard. This is Choira Obscura, this guy right here. He has 0 power, as you can see. I think he's resistant to... This only says resistant to fire. I think he's resistant to every type of ability, but I'm not sure. I don't think you can kill him with an ability. I think you have to walk up to him. And he doesn't do anything except he runs away from you. You can see he's singing. He makes enemies near him invisible, which is really horrible. This is a great example actually, because you can see right here there must be a web jock because there's webs right here. And this is obviously a really horrible situation because you have the Night Wurzard doing his thing as well. But these guys, when I first played this game, I used to really prioritize killing them because they just mess. You have no clue what is next to them. Could be something extremely horrible walking right into you without you knowing. These days I kind of ignore them or go around them, but running them down and killing them is a good idea, especially if you can tell somehow that there's no other enemies around them. Right now I know there's a web jock right here. Before I started recording, I saw that there wasn't anything. Well, I guess I can't really say for sure. I don't think there's anything else around him. So I'm going to walk up to him and see what happens. He's running away. Okay, the web jock is 1, 2, 3 spaces away. So I guess that's the range. Let's see if the web jock becomes visible. Still invisible. At 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces away. That's a very long range. There, it's back. Okay. And for whatever reason, it wasn't true with the web jock, but this guy I can half see. See, he's kind of translucent. And he's 2 spaces away. I can get him, actually. There's another web jock right there. Continues running away. See, it's horrible. You're just running blindly through who knows what. Great way to get killed. And now it's on ice. Okay, now it's cornered. So let's see if we can... There we go. Got it. And now we can see that, see right there was a bird guy. Very bad news. Very high priority to get rid of or go some other way. That's Choira Obscura. Okay, here we have an egg general. And this is a great situation to explain the egg general, I think. So the egg general behaves normally, but his aggression versus non-aggression, if he's on offense or defense, is not based on day and night. And this is a very important thing to understand, how to fight these egg enemies in the later game especially. Definitely the difference between life or death for a lot of runs if you know this versus don't know this. And I've known it for a while. I'm not sure what it's like to not know this, how easy it is to figure this out. But so if he is standing next to an enemy, right now he's standing next to Bolas Gal, then he's in aggressive mode. If he is standing alone, not next to an enemy, then he's in defense mode. So he's going to come at us, and we need to try to get him separated from the Bolas Gal. And it's an interesting situation because the Bolas Gal is going to move randomly, obviously. So that's what she does. And yeah, so let's see what happens. I'm going to move up and away. See, now they're separated. And now he is in defense mode, and that's the best time to fight him, obviously. So now I can move into this square, this hex, and fight him. And very important to note, very tricky to figure out, leads to a lot of deaths, even if you know how he works. You got to make sure some enemy isn't going to move next to him when I'm going to move here. He's going to move here. You got to make sure nobody's moving here. Like, say the Bolas Gal was like right here, and I'm like, oh, I can move here and fight him because he will move away from her, and then he'll be in defense mode. That would work, except if she moves randomly here on that turn, he'll be here with you, fighting you, and he'll turn to offense mode. So you gotta watch out for that. And when there's a lot of enemies around him, it becomes super, super tricky. Like, you'll think you have him, and then you'll just get smashed by him because some enemy will move next to him. So in this case, though, the Bolas Gal there's already a buffer space between them, so even if she moves straight at him, there's going to be this buffer space, then him fighting me here. So I can safely move here and fight him. There you go. That's Egg General. This is Cramphibian, this guy right here. The frog guy with bubbles and a tuba. He when he's on defense mode, like he is now, he will run from you. Oh, I guess there's a rock there. See, he's running away. When he's on offense mode, he will run at you like a normal enemy. So, medium power usually, but you want to take them out and they're running from you. So very hard to get them when they're on. Not very hard, but can be tricky to get them when they're on defense mode like you want to. You kind of have to position yourself so they come at you, or you step next to them like right when it's going to turn. See, now he's after me, along with a lot of other people. So that's Cramphibian. Let me see if I can actually kill him and show how tricky it is. See, now he's going to run. I can't really do it because there's so many other guys around. Makes it tough. Yeah, so he'll come after. He should come after me now. Can I kill this guy? There we go. Okay, maybe now I can show it actually. Okay, now he's going to come after me. Unless I'm out of his range. Okay, so he's right. This is what you have to do. You have to kite him so that he follows you right up until the moment he's going to switch. Then you can get him. There we go. That's Cramphibian. A little tricky. Very hard when there's other people around, obviously. Okay, we're going to talk about Corpse Mite. I'm sure you're aware you have this countdown timer in the top right corner here, along with your day-night tracker. And when it gets to 0, the first time around, starts very high, in 200, 250 maybe? In the 200s. 225, 250 maybe. When it gets to 0, corpse mites are going to start spawning. I believe they spawn on corpses of enemies. And this is, of course, the game's like sort of hunger mechanic from other roguelikes. Mechanic that forces you to keep moving. You can't take forever. You can't do strategies that take hundreds of turns just to like whittle down one enemy, because you're going to start getting attacked by corpse mites and then other stuff. So let's start with corpse mites. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So they're going to start spawning in, I think, around corpses. So let's see if they come in near corpses. And you can hear them spawning. I don't know if you just heard that sound. That's the sound of a corpse mite spawning in. Let's listen. We'll hear another one. There it is. It spawned right there by a corpse, and it made that sound. And they don't move unless you move next to them. Let me just make myself a little stronger here. Sorry, 7. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So let's fight one. They don't move, they don't chase you, but if you go next to where one is, they will jump to the next spot to fight you. Alright, then, as you can see, in 40 turns, we're going to get corpse sweepers. You can hear the corpse mites spawning all over the place. I guess that's because there's a lot of corpses in this area. I'll fight this one, just get it out of the way so I can walk around a little bit more. Yeah, see, there's a ton of them down there. Spawning by all the corpses. So those are the corpse mites. And now we're going to see the sweepers in a second. Okay, we're going to talk about corpse sweeper. We just got through the corpse mite sequence event timer where we counted down, we got to the corpse mites. We just counted down, and now we're at corpse sweepers, and you see one has spawned right there. And its power is 30. I'm actually going to zap this guy in a second. So these guys, unlike the mites, they actually do chase you down. They're like a normal enemy and pretty powerful at 30 power. High for me at this point. I'm going to try to zap him and kill him. So I'm going to run around a little, turn him defensive, and zap him. He's coming towards me. Let's hope this works. Well, there we go. That's the corpse sweeper. Coming up next is Space Death. I'm gonna try. We're gonna hit Space Death in 40 turns. I'm gonna try to hang out here in this area, and when he appears, I'm gonna try to hit him with this bird bomb, just to do 50 damage to him, which won't kill him, but I'm realizing there's an achievement for killing him, and I'm realizing that one way to do it, people talk about hitting him with lots of ability attacks. One way to do it would be to hit him with multiple bombs or something like that, so this is going to be practice for that. I don't know if I'll ever try it for real where I find a place with bombs and steam vents or something to try to kill him, but this is going to be practice for that. So, Space Death. We got to talk about him before he comes. The reason being, he is the last in the line of these corpse beings. We got the corpse mite, then the corpse sweeper comes, then Space Death comes. And he's the last thing that comes because he's going to kill you. I think he has 100 power, so he chases you down like a normal enemy, and he's probably going to kill you, obviously, unless you're like mega powerful for some reason. The other thing is he moves like double speed or real time. Like if you just stand here, he'll just keep moving to you. He's not turn-based. He's coming after you. It's extremely freaky. I remember back when playing this game for the first time, and when I encountered him, I was like, it blew my mind that they put in an enemy that like doesn't abide by the turn-based rules. He just chases you down. So let's see what we can do to him. He's going to teleport in, chase us. I'm going to try to get him through this bird bomb and do 50 damage to him just for fun. But he's probably going to track me down and kill me immediately. So let's see what happens. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. There he is. Oh, see, here we go. Got him with the 50. And then he ran me right into the sweeper. So that's Space Death. And most of my enemy guides here ends with me killing them, but not him. And as you can see, I didn't really realize this, but because I avoid him at all costs, but he also teleports around a little bit, as you can see there. Okay, talking about Scuzzy Port Witch. When I first saw this enemy years ago when I first played Loot Rascals, I thought it was not Scuzzy Port Witch, but Scuzzy Port Witch, like a witch at the port who is Scuzzy. But as you can see, it's Scuzzy Port Witch. She has Scuzzy ports for arms, which are old computer ports, I guess. Very important enemy because killing her gets you an electric card, which lets you have the electric spell, or it's not really a spell, electric ability, I guess you would say. So, like most of those enemies that give you these ability cards, she has some interesting behavior. Like right now, she's on attack mode until the day-night cycle switches, so obviously I'm going to run from her and watch what happens. She moves to follow me, moves to follow me, moves to follow me, then she teleports. So she teleports around when you're fighting with her. Let's see if it's every certain amount of turns or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's somewhat random. So you can see how problematic that is, especially in... I just went up this choke point. Imagine I'm also being chased by some other enemy I can't defeat right now that's going to kill me, and I run, and then the poor witch like teleports right here and blocks me in, and I can't really fight her either. Makes it very hard to run from the situation you're in, because especially if you go into a choke point like this, she's going to teleport in front of you and block you in. You're going to have to fight somebody, which is bad. She sometimes has a medium to high amount of HP for where you are here in level 1 especially, so I should be able to beat her right here, so I'll show you the card we're talking about. Okay, so there it is. Loot that card, take a look at it. Okay, see how it says drag this card onto another to give that card the plasma ability, which you can use to attack baddies with plasma chains. So you permanently put this on top of one of your other cards. It like enhances that card. So you got to pick a really good card, like this is probably the best card I have right now. So I'll put it on there. Bam. This card is now permanently has that. And if I ever scrap this card, I lose this ability. And if I unequip this card, I lose the ability too. So see right here, this shows me that I have 1 charge of that ability. If I unequip this, I don't have that anymore. And you only have 1 charge per plasma card you have, so I'm never going to go above 1 unless I get another plasma card and hook it up to another card. And let's show you what the plasma ability does, if we can real quick. I need to find 2 enemies. See if we can find 2 enemies together, or more, standing together. Okay, here we go. So see how this Wook and this Whiskas are standing together? And I have this ability selected. I have my cursor. See how my cursor now says zap? So if I click, I guess I gotta right click. I'm gonna do a base of 5 damage to an enemy and every enemy that's touching it. So I'll do this Whiskas and it'll hit this Wook as well. And that's where the weak and resist comes in. See, he's weak against fire, resists cold. He's weak against nothing, resists nothing. So they will get 5 damage each. If someone is resisting it, they'll get less than 5 damage. If they're weak against it, they'll get more than 5 damage. I don't know if they get 10 or 15 damage instead. Or it might vary depending on the enemy. So watch out for that if you're counting on that to kill someone. But yeah, here we go. See, they both got 5 damage. The one I targeted and the one next to it. Okay, so that's Scuzzy Poor Witch. Okay, here we see Ventrigoon. Ventrigoon is a normal enemy. He just comes after you and attacks like any normal enemy, 1 space at a time, 1 space per turn. If you kill him, which I think I'll be able to do here, you get a heal ability card. So let's check that out. Okay. Took him out pretty easily there. I did lose 1 health. He always drops this life ability card. You equip this to a card. That card now permanently has that with it forever. So if you lose that card, you lose this ability. You now have the life ability, which lets you heal. It's super powerful because you can just walk around, discover tiles, and fighting enemies recharges it, and then you can heal yourself. So you're able to heal yourself frequently using this ability, which is an incredibly powerful ability. So that's Ventrigoon. There's another one right there. Let's fight this one too. Wow, 3 of them. That's insane. So this is a really good run because you're going to have 3 heal abilities. So you can heal 3 damage to yourself. Really good. Yeah, equip all these guys. There you go. You'll be healing yourself all the time. Yeah, so if anyone wants to see the seed for this 938278912, I'm just going to go around just a little bit more just to see if there's any more Ventrigoons. Guess not. So anyway, that's Ventrigoon. Oh, you also have 2 of these ability filler upper spots. Oh no, they heal you. Never mind. Anyway, that's Ventrigoon. Okay, here we have a Spectral Bride. She chases after you like a normal enemy, trying to attack you, and she can pass through obstacles. So as you can see, she's on top of this block text right here, right now. Let's see if we can get her to chase us through another obstacle. And she only moves every other turn. But see, she'll go right through the wall, come after us. And if you fight her, defeat her, you get... what's this card called? A spectral card, which you put on a card to give it the spectral ability. This card now permanently has spectral ability. As long as you have this card equipped, you'll have that ability. If you get rid of this card, you lose this ability. There it is right there. And that ability allows us to create decoys. So let's try that out. See, here we have a couple enemies. Say we don't want to fight them. We'll use the spectral ability, which says taunt on our mouse prompt there. Put it right there. These guys will now go fight that dummy as I go over here and do other stuff. So that is Spectral Bride. And that lasts for a couple of turns. Let's see how long it lasts. Then eventually they'll give up and... Yep, there. Just a few turns really. Buys you like, what, 3 or 4 turns, something like that. So that's Spectral Bride. Okay, here we have a Rotting Cryopod up in the top right here. He comes after you to fight you. He also teleports behind you or around you. I'm going to fight this rat boy real quick. This will be helpful. Help us fight the Cryopod. Okay. I think he doesn't actually move. He just teleports. Yeah, see, he's teleporting away. Because I think he's in his runaway phase. Oh, here comes a bunch of clunkers. Stand by. So let's fight our way back over here to where the Cryopod is running away. And yeah, it looks like he doesn't actually move, he just teleports. I guess he only teleports one at a time. Yeah, so he won't move into you when you... Like, I just moved next to him, he won't go right into me. I guess every 2 moves he teleports. Let's say 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it's somewhat random. Maybe if you're near him, it doesn't count. So anyway, let me fight him. So when you kill a Rotting Cryopod, you will always get a Filth card. Is that what this is called? Yes, which is the Filth ability. Gives you the Filth ability, which lets you teleport. You put it on a card, which permanently makes that card powered up with Filth. So if you get rid of this card, you lose it. And you now have the Filth ability. Are they called ability? Yeah, abilities, I guess. Yeah. So you now have the filth ability, which is a teleport ability. Like say I'm right here. I don't want to fight this Wook. Let's get in a better position. Okay. Say I have to go this way for some reason. I don't want to fight this Wook. I know if I go up, I'm gonna fight him. I select this filth ability, pick a hex that I can see, right click. A turn does pass, so he did move, but I teleported to that hex. So that's Rotting Cryopod and the filth card that you get for killing him. Okay, here is Burn Bunny. I think he's a little shy. Let's see. I think he runs away from you a little bit. Yeah, he's not exactly coming after me. Even if I go next to him, he still runs. Fight him. You get this burn card. Equip that to another card. It's now permanently part of that card. You now have the burn ability, which can melt ice tiles and ice blocks, and also burn enemies. Let's see if we can try that out. Yeah, let's select that. We can burn this guy. There we go. That's Burn Bunny. Okay, and here we have Lick Boy, this ice cream guy. I have been trying to find this guy for a while, like weeks now. I play a half hour a week, or a half hour every 2 weeks actually, to make this video, and I've been looking for this guy for a while. I figured he's the last enemy I'm gonna do for this video. Obviously there's a bunch more enemies I could do, but they're hard to get to. They're in later levels, and because this game doesn't have saving, it's not really possible to do without playing the game for a long time a lot, which I'm not able to do at this time, but maybe sometime in the future. But for now, this is going to be the last enemy I cover. He is usually kind of medium-ish health for the first level. Like, as you can see, he's an 8 here. He leaves an ice trail every time he moves. He comes after you like a normal enemy, and he leaves an ice trail every time he moves, as you can see. And if you don't know about ice, you slide on ice. So like, say he wasn't there, and say she wasn't there either. If I stepped on this, I would slide and stop here. I don't think he does anything else. I think he just makes an ice trail. Yeah. Let's see if I can actually kill him without dying. He's got 8. Okay, I should be able to. Then we can mess with the ice. And if you kill him, you get... he always drops the ice power. Let's see what it's called. Yeah, the ice ability. You can use it to freeze baddies and create ice blocks. So you drop it on something, that card now permanently has that attached to it. So you want to keep that card, put it on one of your best cards. Here's what ice does. I slide. And here's what the ice power does. I freeze her into a block, and that block stays there and blocks the path. I think it will eventually... You can melt it with fire, and I think it'll eventually melt by itself too. Maybe we'll run around for a minute here. You can also use that on just... Yeah, it did melt after a couple turns there. You can also just use it on a blank spot to block. See right there, that's like a choke point. You can use it to block that. So if there was a bunch of enemies over here, block it with ice so they can't get through. I realize my screen is partially cut off. Let's see here. Sorry about that. I think you probably saw everything though, hopefully, because this guy is hard to find. So let's just mess with the ice for a minute. Yeah, I want to experiment and see if she's going to move every turn while I'm sliding. Like, she'll move once, twice, 3 times. Yep, okay. Okay, I just noticed something about Bolas Gal here. See how her pom-poms are swinging slowly? And then sometimes they're swinging fast. I guess that's random. I was thinking it was when she stands next to me. They swing fast. Now slow. Oh, I'm next to her and they're slow. Next to her and they're slow. Next to her and they're slow. I guess it's just random. Okay. Anyway, that was Lick Boy, and that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. I'd love to do all the enemies in the game. That would be really cool. And I'd love to do more content on Loot Rascals, but it really is held back by not having a save feature, unfortunately. So trying to get to those enemies later in the game, it's just not possible for me right now because I'm not playing this as my main game, not playing it every night. Playing it once every 2 weeks to try to get that is not appealing right now, but maybe sometime in the future. Maybe a save will get patched in, that would be incredible. Or maybe I'll just have a ton more time in the future, you never know. But for now, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Bye.